time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome into Business Builders on 93.7 The Ticket. Business Builders is where grit meets strategy and good ideas grow into great companies. Here are your hosts, Matt Warner and Rebecca Pearson.
Woo! Are we on? All right.
We're here. All right. It is Business Builders. It's snowing. 93.7 The Ticket. If you've just been listening to Husker Online, don't change that dial. This is a great show. Matt Warner, Rebecca Pearson.
Hey, and I shot the YouTube link out on my Facebook page today, so I'm hoping that a few of my friends down in Texas and Louisiana, where it's nice and warm, I hope they're tuning in this morning. I have a friend in Utah that said he's going to tune in, so I'm hoping to get some global people tuning in today.
I love it because we're coming for early break. That's our new thing.
That's right.
I think that needs to be our new tagline. Business Builders coming for early break.
I love it. And let's give them a run for their money.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, it is snowing in Lincoln, Nebraska. I don't know what time. What time is it? It is 9:01. Good job, Tristan. He's producing for us today, keeping us going on time. Okay, we're going to start with news. Last night's news, and then we have other news.
Yeah, last night news is how about that A&M game?
That A&M game.
Wow.
Louisville. Oh my gosh. What
I honestly
game.
thought that A&M looked like the better team the first set or two, and then I was kind of like, oh, Louisville's got this. And then is that the first reverse sweep of this tournament? I think it is.
Well, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and boy, it was a match. So and A&M looked pretty good. But
oh my gosh, the last three sets and the last set. Oh my God.
But I was listening to Mandy, and she was talking about our middle hitters, and she was talking about the importance of that pass getting to the setter just right. And I'm not a huge volleyball person, but I did notice that our middle hitters swing so doggone fast. Right. I mean, it's just like boom, it's there. How do you even? How do you? And then one time she like shot the set right at Rebecca. And she was just, not Rebecca at
Andy.
At Becca.
Oh,
I called her Rebecca.
Oh,
you're Rebecca.
I am. Okay.
Hey, but she shot it right at her, and I asked my wife. I'm like, what the heck is that? What was that?
I know.
That's like a shot put. Yeah. It's
their
so
reaction
much fun.
time is so interesting. Plus, they're long, right? Like sometimes Harper's reaching out.
Oh
or
yeah.
Andy, they're just Andy's jump. I was listening to the broadcast, right? 9'3" is her reach.
Wow.
I know it's crazy, right? But
that's amazing.
Man,
I will tell you though,
to watch,
I do like the foot kick that was in there the one time. The one gal from Bennington, she used her foot to kick. I thought, oh my gosh, that's awesome. Now it would have been even better if we would have got the point, but here nor there, it's still pretty cool, right?
Right.
Hey, 6'7".
Oh, hey, wait. Okay, so Huskers win for anybody who didn't follow, right? The Lady Huskers win, and we're on to Sunday.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And tonight's game should be very interesting because Creighton plays tonight.
So for all of you out there listening, 6'7".
Okay.
I don't know what that means, but
I
it
have
sure
no
is fun.
clue, but Tristan and Matt have something up their sleeve. So I'm the guinea pig.
Tristan rolled his eyes when I said 6'7" this morning.
Oh, he did. All right, so enlighten me.
I have no idea what it means.
It was a little TikTok trend that all the kids are doing right now, and it's very.
When you say kids, you mean 53-year-old?
Yeah, it's catching on. It's going.
53-year-old kids.
It is. It needs to end. It needs to end.
We need to keep it going.
Is it politically correct that you share with us what it actually is?
It came from a song where they say 6'7", and then it's now been a thing where I think in life so many people will say like, "Yeah, I did this 6 or 7 times." So then
6,
it's
7.
just
I think that's what it actually is. So this kid was doing an interview after a basketball game, and he said 6 or 7 multiple times, and then it caught on, and then it became a trend, and now it's a TikTok. Hey, 6, 7, and you just it really just kind of means whatever. But me, I like to one of my goals in life is to irritate my children as much as I can. So I try to do anything I can to get them to roll their eyes or say, "Ugh, are you kidding me, Dad? Come on."
Right.
So I like to drop the old 6, 7. Matter of fact, if you want to be a hipster, the next time you're in a crowd and you see a young person, just look at them and go, 6, 7.
Are they going to think I'm
they're
the weird old person?
No, they're going to be
idea.
like, she's hip.
I'm hip.
She's so cool.
I don't know. The classic test to me of whether you're hip or not is whether my husband says it or thinks it.
Okay.
Because he is the youngest old man I know.
Can I be number 2? Can I be number 2?
Oh, yeah, in a cool way. Yes, you can be number 2, Matt. Yes.
I like to try to do the kids. 6, 7. I want to see how many times I can say 6, 7 in this.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you a chance here. Okay, because 6 or 7 days ago.
Yeah. Oh, boom! This is so much fun. Okay.
Matt Warner stood up in front of a crowd and said something.
I said
Monday
that I am going to throw my hat into the county commissioner ring. Yep. I'm going to run. This all started years ago when I was younger, and Bob Workman, which was a good friend of mine, we went to church together. We served on the board together, and he tried to get me to run then. And I just wasn't, I don't think I was mature enough and mentally ready, nor did I have the time. I was raising children. Well, I was trying to make a living to raise children. I was actually, at that time, I was running a company into the ground where I failed miserably. But now we're at a spot that I think I want to share my leadership ability in the public sector and love on this community. And I really think that I have something to bring, and I'm going to put my whole heart out there. I'm going to do my best I can. And if I win, I'm try to represent Lancaster County well. And if I don't, then I'll still hang out with you. And we'll do what we do. But
awesome.
It's a scary adventure for sure.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Well, we get to follow along with how that goes here. And it's District 5 for anybody who's interested. So Matt Warner for County Commissioner. All right. So now on to the topic of the day. It's either culture, leadership, or
so
some other random thing. So
last week you threw me for a big loop with this whole retail space.
Retail the entire time. Target and Walmart.
And my friends that know me know that I love business. This is my jam. I mean, it's one of my favorite things to talk about. You can't even. Our employees will be like, "Oh, I hate to talk to you about this on a Sunday," and I'm like, "No, please do, because that's what I love to talk about." Some people like to talk sports. I like to talk business. I try to know just enough about sports that I can at least participate in the conversation. But that's it. With that being said, I was reading about this. It's called the gig economy, and at first I was kind of like, "What the heck is the gig economy?" And it's this whole world of rideshare, food delivery, part-time,
short-term making money.
And most people were using it as a extra income, just to go out and make a few extra bucks. They got a car, so they do Uber or Lyft. They deliver DoorDash. I really don't even understand the whole business model of it all, because I did the math and I'm like, holy cow, this car is an expensive car. Which you were telling me that sometimes they do lease programs and there's more to it. And I did not dive into this full-heartedly, but I did write down a few of the things that I can come right off the top of my head that are the pros and the cons.
Okay.
And this is what I was thinking. You tell me your best thing.
Sure.
By the way, the second episode, for those all of you out there that are listening, the second session on this, we're going to talk about encouragement and leadership. But this first one caught my eye, so I wanted to cover this gig.
Okay, and before you do that, because I forgot to do all the needfuls, as they say
yes.
in Europe. All the needfuls. 402-464-5685 if you want to call in or text in. Give us some feedback. And don't forget that you can watch us on all the social media platforms and YouTube. We're recorded, channel 961 on Allo. Download the app and tell your friends this is recorded. So if you love this show, then pass it on.
And if you want to help us beat the morning show, we need you to go to YouTube and give us a whole bunch of likes so we can crush them.
Right.
I mean, in the nicest possible way. They do such I'm going to give them a compliment and say they do such a nice job.
They do.
But I'm going to tell you, we're coming after them.
Okay,
all right,
go for it.
So here's my pros and my cons. All right. So one, a pro, flexible hours. That's awesome, right?
Yes.
You can literally Uber anytime. Probably not as easy in Waverly, Nebraska as it is in Lincoln or in Omaha. But have you ever been to Nashville?
Yes.
So that's where Uber kind of started, right? That was the first city that embraced them. They're the first ones at their airport had an actual area for rideshare where when you got off the plane, you're like, what the heck is rideshare? What is Uber? Like, I remember the first time going there saying, how does this work? Download the app and you put your credit card in. Oh, this is slick. And it was fairly affordable. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Right.
But and you said they were a disruptor.
They were a disruptor, 100%. Yeah.
I mean, they just came after New York went nuts, right?
The market allowed it, right? So if we talk business, this is how disruption happens: is some industry gets fat, dumb, or happy, or both, or whatever, right?
Or lazy.
Or lazy. I mean, Uber is a solution to all of that, and then Uber very quickly had competition, right? So we can talk about where we're at. Yeah.
Right.
Lyft and a whole bunch of there were some locals where they don't allow Uber, like in Austin. I think they didn't allow Uber until just a few years ago. They had their own thing, whatever. But anyway, so a major disruptor because the taxi business had issues.
Right.
And there was a riddle to solve in Income's Uber.
And they were monopolizing. Yeah. And one person would buy up a whole bunch of taxi things, then they could control the pricing, which monopolizing in America is illegal. We all know that, but we know that it also happens. It's happening in the food industry. I know I follow the beef market. It's happening in all the big slaughterhouses have monopolized. There's only 3 or 4 of them. They're running it. That's why North Platte, the North Platte one popped up, and they're all independent. So this is all going on in America, and this is my jam. By the way, I love cheering for the disruptors. As long as they're doing it ethically, right? I've heard stories about Uber doing some things that were unethical, ripping off their drivers, ripping off their people that weren't taken care of, weren't getting people paid right away because they have gas and all those expenses, right? They were also telling people don't cash tip through us so we can monitor that, which, by the way, for all of you that don't study business, they were taking some of the tip money, they were putting it in an account, they were getting interest on it. Well, they built that up to several $1 million. Now they get some interest on it. So this all is going on, right? So this is behind the scenes. These are all business
principles that are fascinating.
Yeah, they're there's amazing ways.
We could be down the rabbit hole.
Yes.
No pun intended. Okay.
But with that being said, flexible hours.
Yes.
Self-employed, meaning you work when you want to work. If you don't want to work in the morning, then don't. You want to take the afternoon off, take the afternoon off. You want to go to the zoo with your children, go to the zoo with your children, whatever it is. And just the sheer simple extra income.
Right.
I've always said, man, if you don't have enough money when you're trying to live amongst your means, there's ways to make it. You just have to want to grind it. You have to want to go do it. When I started Empire, I had a full-time job doing construction, and I committed to that job 45 to 50 hours a week. So that means anything extra I did outside of that. There was weeks I worked 70, 75 hours for several years, grinding it with grit and just tenacity, and said, I will not give up. This is my dream. I want it. For all of you out there, this is part of it. You want to be an entrepreneur? Go do it, baby. You can have a license within 3 days.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to tell you, because it just prompted, this is one of my funny stories. So I worked 2 and 3 jobs also. So one of my favorite ones, trying to think what job I had. So I must have been working at the property management company or something. So now we're talking back in the late 80s. My gig job was.
So you were like 12 in the late
really,
80s?
Not really, but yeah. Okay. 15, legally allowed to work. I lived in DC, and I worked on Capitol Hill.
Oh, wow.
So I worked in one of the congressman's offices, taking all the cards that the people like from Nebraska would send in and say, I think you should do this, that, and the other thing, right? And all that was typed into a database. And I would get thousands of them because you know who my congressman was? Fred Grandy from The Love Boat.
Oh, you're kidding
Not
me.
kidding.
That is awesome.
Not kidding.
That's awesome.
That's one of my favorite stories to tell. And I did that for about a year because my roommate at the time, she was much older than me, actually 20 years older than me. She actually worked for him.
Wow. Okay, so this was the side hustle for you.
Yeah,
just
this
trying
was
to
the
make
side hustle, my version of the gig.
Right,
So, yeah.
the gig.
Yeah. Anyway, sidebar, back to the gig. But I love that story.
And as we were talking before the show, I worked the gig.
Yeah.
I worked. I was a stagehand here at Bob Devaney and at the State Fair when the State Fair used to be in Lincoln. I would come in the evenings. I've set up for Garth Brooks. I set up for George Strait. I've set up for the Judds, Clint Black, all those people.
Right.
And I got to meet them all. I shook their hand and they were right there. Access was a lot more friendly back then. Matter of fact, I have this story where I was pushing a whole bunch of big, heavy cables, and I was struggling. Remember, as a 16-year-old, I was 132 pounds. I wasn't like a big dude. And all of a sudden, this bigger guy comes and starts pushing the box right next to me, and I look up, and it's Garth Brooks.
Oh,
and I'm like, holy cow! He just helped me push that box all the way across the room. So that was my gig. My side gig. So this gig economy, even though this gig economy we're talking about is only about 10 to 12 years, right? You looked that up for me.
I did. Yep.
10 to 12 years old. We've been doing gigs for years.
Yeah, it's just the term gig economy. I mean, the concept, right? There are no new ideas. I'm going to tell you, there are no new ideas ever.
Right. And okay, so let's go through the cons.
Right.
Tristan, how we doing on time? We're good? Yeah?
You're good.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
good.
6-7? Okay. All right. No benefits. There's no benefits. I mean, you don't get health insurance or any of those things if you're working these side gigs, right? Because most people, you have to be a full-time employee to get benefits.
I wonder if that's true with Uber now. It's evolved.
And more people, I always ask, is this your full-time job? And most people now are saying, yeah, this is what I do full-time, which is,
okay.
I still don't know how they make a living at it.
Probably don't have a 401k with Uber. But anyway,
no
that would be interesting to look at because Uber's evolved quite a bit.
I wrote down less security, meaning you don't have that that steady paycheck, right? One thing, so I've always been a salary guy.
It's up and down because of demand.
Yeah, I always thought it was easier for me if I had a salary. I can make my family budget. We could live amongst our means, and boom, there it is. But I also love the hourly wage. But I always figured, well, I'll do that as my side hustle. That way, I can just crank out as many hours as I can.
Right.
You have to, in order to have a side gig, you have to be disciplined. You have to have a level of want it, right? Otherwise, a side gig doesn't really work in business because if you're lazy, you're just going to probably end up wasting your time. And I always tell people, if you can get unlimited overtime in the job that you're at, you're better off to do that and get the overtime. And I love it. They're like, well, but then the taxes take so many out of there. And I'm like, well, no, they don't. And you can alter your dependents and you can do some things. You can withholdings. Yeah, you can do some things to offset that. And you should be proactive. You should go to your HR department and talk to them and say, hey, I want to work some extra hours during the holiday season. I'm going to be working some overtime. Can I change my dependent? And you can do that. That's legal now. By the way, it was illegal for a long time. It's legal now. And I highly encourage that. And then I wanted to think of just some companies that do these side hustles. So I went on there and I said, all side hustle gigs in Google, Tax Turbo uses side hustle people to help TurboTax. Yeah. AI writers. And I'm like, well, I thought AI was the writer, but apparently this AI guy or whoever that is needing help. So AI, which by the way, last night we have a thing at work. It's a bourbon group where we taste bourbons together. A couple of us guys.
I have a bunch of bourbons. Okay.
Do you really? Okay. Well, we have the Barons of Bourbon at the Empire, and in order to be part of our club, by the way, you can apply. You have to write us an email telling why you. Well, one of our guys used AI. One of the best written emails I've ever heard. Oh my goodness! I was like, "There's no way Tim wrote why he loved bourbons and why he should be in this group." Anyhow, side hustle. Of that. All right, dishwashers. Apparently, restaurants are using a lot of side hustle people in this busy season and they're paying pretty good apparently to do dishes. Which I was like, man, I'm a pretty good dishwasher.
Okay. Yeah. All right,
let's
so
see.
if we see you in the back of the venue
you could be. I'd be back there and go, whoa, let's go. And I'd be flinging the dishes around.
We'll hear you out on the restaurant floor.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And then Uber, Lyft, of course, content editors. So apparently there's these there's a company you can join. You can work a part-time hustle doing content.
Like Fiverr. Yeah, I was going to say.
What's Fiverr?
Fiverr's it's a content. I mean, you can find creative people, writers, people that do pretty much anything.
I had no idea.
Fiverr. It's probably not the most popular anymore. It's been a while. So I'm looking at Tristan because he probably knows. Is Fiverr still as hot as it used to be?
I think there's a lot of people are more freelance now, but I think Fiverr still exists.
Freelance.
I know
that was another one.
My brother was using them for book launch. So my brother wrote a book, and he was looking for people to do temporary help. Yeah, exactly. So
I love that.
I know Fiverr's still out there because he came across them.
But, so as I was going through here, content creators was everywhere. So
it is. I mean, because everybody and their mother thinks they're content creator. Now I'm just going to get on my hobby horse. All right,
just
because you go to one of these things where you have doesn't mean everybody's actually capable.
Yeah.
Because literally anybody can be in the group. So if you're going to pull resources from any of them, dishwashing to anything, look and see how they have vetted who's in their network.
So
there's not a lot of vetting going on in some of these groups.
I would not ever try to be I'm just not me. I would like to think I'm a pretty creative guy. Like I come up with some ideas, but even this week I had to go to Peyton in our marketing department. I said, man, I think I know what writer's block is right now because I'm doing this thing in our business called the braided rope where we're gonna eventually have 3 people working together on themselves, like working on mastermind stuff, Stephen Covey stuff, all this stuff, and they're gonna together they'll make a braided rope which will make it stronger, right? So, but I said I need a logo, and I could not do it. So finally, she sent me a whole bunch of ideas, trying to get my brain going, and I'm sorry, Peyton, but I didn't like any of them. And then she's like, well, I'm really busy. I got a lot going on. And here I am. Whenever I ask so I will tell you, all of you entrepreneurs out there, if you're the founder, be careful because everybody wants to help you.
Yes.
And everybody knows you're super busy. They might not
tell you your idea isn't good.
Yes. And they might even say, I don't have time to mess with you, which I hope I give everybody freedom enough to know in our business that, hey, if I'm being a pain in your butt, just tell me.
Yeah.
I'll figure out something else.
I try to, but I'm going to tell you, people don't still. I have the same exact philosophy, and people will still say, you're the boss. And I'm like, okay, it's okay for you to tell me, no, I don't have time. I can't do that. Like,
matter of fact, please do.
Right.
I will
I don't
respect
want you
the
to
heck
just,
out of you. Yes.
Do that and then be miserable, whatever. But they will still tell you that, and some are better at it than others.
Well, Peyton, of course, she's awesome.
Telling you to,
she said, you know what she did? She took me into the break room. She gave me a marker. She goes, I know you love this whiteboard. Draw me what you're thinking. Yeah. And I sketched out a little bit of what I was thinking, and it looked horrible. And she goes, I got it.
Yeah.
20 minutes later, she came back with this beautiful logo of a pin on top with these ropes going off of it. Because I want the pin to represent that we're going to go to a book in order, so that was she totally squeezed it out of me. So thank you, Peyton. You are a rock star. And by the way, me saying thank you that you are a rock star is part of the next segment that I want to make sure we talk about. But during the Christmas season, I want to tell you all, if you want more, there's ways to get extra money out there. There's companies out there that'll hire you on a part-time basis during their busy season. They're wrapping presents at the ball. There, I look around and I see all these opportunities. And then when people come to me and they're like, well, I just can't make enough money to get a little bit of extra. Well, you can. And by the way, if you even came to us, we would find something for you to do to help you, especially in the Waverly community, because we're so passionate about our community, that there's people out there that really care about this time of year and this season, and that they've been blessed and they want to share those blessings. So go find a gig.
Find a gig.
That's why I wanted to do this.
I love it. Okay. Because it's the gig economy. It's certainly the gig season.
It is.
Because we have temporary folks at, at the bakery, for example,
right? Oh, you do?
To take calls and ship and
how much product goes out this time of year compared to the rest of the year? Is it up 30%, 20%?
Oh, no, it's the bulk of it. I mean, we're producing all year long, but we're a holiday company, so
so right now it's like let's crank it out.
It's crazy, right? I mean, I'm checking the orders every hour to see what's happening, and absolutely.
So landscapers, during the summer they ramp up, and there's even like H-2B programs where you can bring in Hispanic workers for 9 months. There's all these different programs you do this time of year. Most of those people are gone, by the way. So there's a ton of opportunity for everybody this time of year if you want it and you need a little bit of something extra. I really encourage you, just go and talk to somebody and say, hey, can you give me a couple extra hours and help me out? And
There's that song, If You Want It, Here It Is. What's that song?
Come and get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what popped into my mind. So I wish Tristan was able to. I wish we had a log where we could go find that song really quickly.
And right now he's going, I've never heard that song, by the way. 6, 7. He's like thinking right now, 6, 7,
If you
6,
want
7.
It, here
Tristan,
it is.
come and get it.
Okay.
All right. So
Your
6,
job
7.
to do Shazam and figure out whose song that is.
Shazam. I haven't even heard that for a while.
You don't know Shazam, but you know Shazam,
I do know
right?
what
Okay.
Shazam is, but I haven't heard it for a long time. Tristan, do you even know what Shazam is?
I know what Shazam is, yeah.
Okay. What's the modern version of Shazam that identifies a song? Or you just do it on
Siri,
Apple?
Google?
Yeah, Siri and Google.
I think all of them do it now, but
Yeah.
Shazam was like the OG. If you didn't know a song, you can.
I love it. It was the OG at least. So.
Yeah.
There you have it. See, you're hip.
Not really. I'm old because it doesn't really get used anymore.
How many minutes before we go to break, Tristan?
We got like 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay. So
right. I'm gonna tee up the topic for the
Okay.
next episode because I want to make sure that people
Segment,
listen
not the
to our
next
sponsors and
Next segment.
the next segment is going to be I was studying Mel Robbins. For anybody that doesn't know her,
She's awesome,
I think she's really cool. I like her.
She's a podcast queen.
But I'm going to tell you all right now that when you hear a podcast or you hear somebody talking, please don't just instantly dive into what they're saying. Dissect it and use your brain and challenge it. I think that's part of our problem is we hear somebody say something. For instance, I had said it takes no talent to be on time, and you challenged me one time.
Did.
You said no, it does take
take
talent.
talent.
Some people are wired to be on time, and that's their talent.
And cultures too, right?
So
if you're on time in Latin America, it's early.
Yes,
because on time is 10 minutes late.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But
I will tell you, in America right now, please challenge the status quo and challenge what people are saying.
Absolutely.
and use that. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about a quote that I heard her say, and then I'm going to use a local author's theory. Ned Pauly, he's a good. I'm going to call him a good friend of mine. I hope he's okay with that. He's actually my son's uncle-in-law type of a thing.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about that when we come back from break.
Here at Midwest Bank, we want to thank all the generous donors who helped us make our 2025 turkey dinner for schools a success. Thanks to the generosity, we raised enough money to provide 191 families across 6 different schools in Lincoln with a full Thanksgiving meal. With your support, we've made Thanksgiving Day for these families a little brighter. We want to wish everyone a healthy and happy Thanksgiving. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
This holiday season, bring home a tradition that tastes like celebration. Beatrice Bakery's world-famous fruitcake, baked in the heart of Nebraska with rich, golden batter, real cherries, pineapple, crunchy nuts, and a splash of old-fashioned goodness. It's moist, flavorful, and crafted the same way for generations. It's the fruitcake that turns skeptics into believers. Find Beatrice Bakery fruitcake online at grandmasbakeshop.com or at your favorite retailer, and make your holidays deliciously unforgettable with the help of Beatrice Bakery's world-famous fruitcake.
Nutrition Authority invites you to try Blitz 250. Blitz 250 is a fully loaded pre-workout for those who want the most out of their workouts. Blitz 250 is safe for sport and banned sepsis free. Blitz 250 can only be found at Nutrition Authority. For location info, check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
Do you want boots that actually feel good on your feet? Meindl delivers premium German-engineered comfort, brought to you right here from Nebraska. Built tough for trails, fields, and everyday wear, and backed by Meindl's Comfort Promise, so you can try them on with confidence. Use promo code THETICKET at MeindlUSA.com, spelled MEINDL, for free shipping. That's MeindlUSA.com. Meindl, comfort you have to feel to believe.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
Did you know that deer collisions are covered under the comprehensive portion of your car insurance? That means, like with hail damage or vandalism, since they are out of your control, they don't usually raise your insurance rates. And that's a good thing, since most deer don't carry liability insurance. At Eustace Body Shop, we fixed all kinds of animal collision damage, from cows to raccoons, bobcats, and even turkeys. We can't do much for the animal, but we can get your car back on all fours and looking like new again.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
This holiday season, give the gift of good taste with a gift card from Valentino's. During double discount days, double your discount from $5 to $10 free with a $50 gift card purchase. Valentino's handcrafted pizza has been a family favorite for generations, and our gift cards make the perfect holiday gift. And right now, during gift card double discount days, when you buy $50 in gift cards, get a $10 gift card free. Happy holidays from Valentino's.
And now, introducing the starting lineup of your Nebraska Huskers, starring Allo Fiber. At number 1, Allo Internet. At number 2, no satellite dish required. DirecTV through Allo. And at number 3, Allo Mobile. Allo Fiber, the official internet, TV, and mobile partner of Husker Nation. Level up your game and go to allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
You're listening to Business Builders on 93.7 The Ticket. Here are your hosts, Matt Warner and Rebecca Pearson.
All right, here we are. We're back. This is The Ticket 93.7, and we have a hotline that you, the Sauter Heyman's line that you can text in at 402-464-5685.
Actually, it's the Honda of Lincoln hotline, so we're going to get this training real time.
All right,
the
doggone
Honda
it.
of Lincoln hotline.
Tristan, why didn't you wink at me? Be like, no, dude, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Well, we still need to get some things figured out with that to make sure that we get it switched over to Honda. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Honda, tell
Honda
me.
Lincoln hotline, the Sauter Heyman video stream and text line.
All right.
Okay, that's fine.
With
It's all
that,
good.
All right, 93.7.
937, we're business builders.
We're builders.
Business builders.
Business builders. Oh, man.
Okay.
Too
And
much
on the break,
coffee on the break.
I checked out this song that I was singing.
Yes, the Paul McCartney
Yes,
song.
so Paul McCartney wrote the song.
In
So if you missed me singing, it was really good, and I would rewind if you're listening to this on recording. I did used to sing, but I'm not that good.
1967?
1969.
Oh, 69.
But Badfinger performed it originally, apparently.
Badfinger.
But I know I've heard Paul McCartney sing this in many, and so in my head, I hear Paul McCartney singing it.
It's a good song, and Tristan's over there like, yeah, 6'7", 6'7".
Okay, so it
right?
was, if you want it, here it is, come and get it. And that was a tee up, or, a close from what you're saying is if you want some part-time work during this time of year.
Go get it.
Go get it. It's available. It's Christmas, and it's time to be nice.
Yeah, it is. And so Mel Robbins, I was watching one of her podcasts, by the way. She does a great job. And I'm not dogging on her. I'm a huge fan. I follow her on a lot of her social media stuff. But she said she was talking about humans only change when they're ready. And she was kind of getting on this whole don't hold on to them and don't wait for their potential to come out. If they're not ready, you've got to let them go. And she was just going down this rabbit hole. Well, at the same time, I was like, you know what? That's true. When people aren't ready to grow or have the capacity to take on new learning skills, I'm guilty of this in my 30s. I did not want to learn. I just wanted to work. I wanted to go being a piece of equipment and move dirt or do whatever I had to do to make a living. I did not want to grow my mindset. I didn't. I had a chip on my shoulder because my business had failed. Now I'm working for minimum wage. I went from making really good money to, and that's, by the way, that's hard to do, is go backwards in life. But I did it. And then I had a good friend of mine, Kevin Schneider. He challenged me to be a better human, to apply myself and use my leadership skills. And he said, people like to talk to you. You're good at it. You should get back in the arena. So I did, the man in the arena. So I'm back. Empire is a good business. But this week I was reading a book by Ned Pauley. By the way, shout out to Ned.
Ned Pauley's a local man.
He is local.
Okay.
Yes.
And what does Ned Pauley do?
Well, he is the founder of Signify Group. He works with individuals and organizations to create places where they can thrive, which is my kind of guy.
That's a jam of ours, isn't it?
Yes. I really, you need to meet Ned.
I would like to meet Ned.
Ned is an incredible human. He has a huge heart, super well-spoken. I ran into him in the coffee shop here. That's when he told me about this new book. And then he sent me this free book.
He was here in our coffee shop?
He was here at the mill.
Okay,
yes.
thank you, Ned, if you're listening. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I walked in one day and he goes, Benjamin. And I said, Matt. He goes, oh, I knew that. So he did call me Ben, which is, I think, a compliment. I think Ben's a good looking kid. And he's super smart.
And I met him this past week. In
Yes.
fact, I met the entire family.
You did meet the whole family.
I did.
Out
met
there.
Melissa.
Out there at the den.
Got
Yes.
the whole little training not to call her Melanie.
Yes. But here's
so
what
Ned's a local guy.
He's a local guy.
And he wrote a book.
He's
sharing
called
his knowledge.
Where Leadership Starts, the 5
you wanna
expressions
show
to
that on
become
us?
a better connector.
Okay, read it again because I was talking.
All right. Where Leadership Starts, the 5 expressions to become a better connector. And this is all about leadership and making connections. And instantly,
Show it on the camera so people can see
where
it.
are we
So
at?
the camera's over here. There you go.
Right here. Boom.
Got it?
I got it.
Okay.
All right, Ned, I'm hoping this is good for you. I ordered 100 of these to give to my people this week.
Your phone's about to ring.
And I loved it. I'm going through it for the second time, and I plowed through it within 3 days. It's an easy read. It's a fast read, but it really reminds me of like that connection that Tom Osborne did. One thing I've heard every single player that ever played for him said, it doesn't matter if you're playing for him now or you played for him 10 years ago. He remembers your name and remembers where you're from, and he probably even remembers your mom's name.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a connection. And in this book, it talks all about the connection. And I love it because in this book, he talks a lot about showing appreciation. One of the 5 elements is appreciation. And we just don't do it enough. And I'm a horrible reader, but I'm going to attempt to read a little bit of this for you for some stats. 67% of employees rate praise as their top motivator above anything else, even above bonuses. 67%.
I believe it.
Just a kind word.
Yep. Talent Plus preaches the same thing.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, matter of fact, when I was talking to them, I mentioned this book, and that's when I dove back into this book to get more. All right, are you ready for another one?
Yes.
Only 53% of employees report feeling valued, with almost half feeling disconnected or undervalued.
Yeah, I believe that too.
Wow, you do?
Well, I do. Because
why do I find this so hard to believe?
I don't know. Well, you have a very well-run company from what I can tell. I don't work there. So, you might have a few people there that don't agree with that statement. There's usually a few, but you try really hard not to have people feel that way. But I would tell you, coming from corporate America, we did engagement surveys. This is very common. And that doesn't mean that the leaders don't care about the people, but making sure that gets down to the people that are working is sometimes hard. Yeah.
63% of employees do not feel recognized at work. 39% do not feel appreciated at all. At all. Zero.
Wow.
39%. That's call it 40, right?
Yep.
To me, I cannot imagine that.
And yet they're still showing up for work, right? Well, I
Yeah,
mean, it's just a very complicated thing. We're going to talk about, maybe we could talk about praise and recognition after this.
So a couple things that Ned,
great stats.
Ned talks about in this book, about how it's a learned trait too, that how you can learn and you can practice, and and it's a coachable trait to teach your people how to give appreciation.
Yes, sure.
He also talks in here, and I'm going to butcher this. So you know what? We just need to have Ned on the show.
I'm going to invite Ned on the show. How
Ned,
if you're listening,
we
Ned,
want you
this
on
is
this
an
show
invitation.
because here's one thing I love about what he says in here is is you have to be careful about that you don't want to give a compliment that's so deep that it gets them to overthink, right? You want to build this, just, it's okay to say, I appreciate your hard work you put in on right now. I owe Haley a huge thank you. And this is right, because I get this here, real life. This literally happened this week, and this book helped me with it. So the power of words on these pages is real. I used to think that it was a bunch of baloney, but now I can't get enough. So I was in a meeting and I'm like, oh crap, we have to get all this stuff down for our winter meetings. Because in our winter meetings, I try to make a dining area. So when people are eating, they're having fellowship and they're talking. And then I have a learning area where if somebody's giving us a presentation, that we are to focus on them and give them our undivided attention. And it's very deliberate. And there's a lot of things that I do in these winter meetings that are very deliberate, that I want you to feel special. And that if you're telling us and bragging about what you did, I want you to feel really, really like you get to be in the spotlight. You get to brag,
right?
Because we go to work next year and we have to do it all year long again. So I was like, oh crap, we got to get these things down. We got to get some Christmas trees. We got to get this going. We got to get the, I'm like, in my head, all of a sudden it just dawned on me. We haven't done that yet.
Right.
Rebecca, I come downstairs. I might even get emotional on this deal because I was so caught off guard. I come downstairs. It's all done.
Oh.
And I'm like, holy crap. How did she get all this? How did she even? So I called her right away. I thought of the book. Yeah. I thought of the book and I thought, boom, I'm going to call her immediately.
Right.
So I called her. Oh, look at that. See, I'm getting all watery eyed. See, this is a
Haley,
big deal
I
to
can
me.
see it. He's got a little mist. His eyeball sweat is what.
It's onions in here. Tristan, 6'7", 6'7". So here's what I did. I called her up and she was so funny. She goes, well, I can't take credit for it all. I delegated some of that. And I'm like, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care how you get it done.
Right.
Girl, you got it done. And it was all sitting there nice and pretty and it was ready to go. And I thought, you know what? This is what makes us unique and special is we just get it done.
Right.
And I was in some pretty deep meetings. We have one of our businesses that were the hot coat business. We're trying to get this thing going, right? It's like almost like a restart on the whole thing with the new line. We had the line broke down on us this week. So we got
Stuff
real life stress going on. And these are riddles that we get paid to solve. And I was helping, trying to be a part of them. With that being said, I was so worried about the winter meetings and Haley had it all done. So this book, for you entrepreneurs out there, this is such a simple book to get.
It's an easy read, right? It's relatively thin.
I actually ordered 100 of them this week to give out to our people, our leaders, and I'm going to have everybody read it as quick.
I think everybody should do that. Do we know how to order this? Is it on Amazon?
I ordered.
Or does Paul have a website?
I actually asked Reagan, which is Paul. I asked Reagan, which is Paul's niece, Benjamin's wife, to order me 100 of these from Ned.
Right? Okay,
So Ned, help us out, and I would be happy to put it on my Facebook.
Ned, if you're
page.
listening, chat in. I'm assuming that we can either buy this on Amazon or Ned's site, but we're going to get that answer before the show is out. So that
and it's not very expensive. It's a very affordable book. But here's most importantly what I want people to understand. When you start recognizing things in your leadership, like words, phrases, comments, and you start practicing quotes. For instance, we have a quote that we're going to say a lot this coming year, and that is, most entrepreneurs use people to grow their business. We use our business to grow people. That's something that I want to, during the winter meetings, I'm going to say it 30 times,
yeah,
Rebecca,
I like it.
because I want people to know we're all about you. We want you to grow. We're not just a fence and powder coating and painting and fabrication. We are a business that cares about people, doggone it. And we're going to make sure we're going to pour into them. But with that being said, all of you other entrepreneurs out there, whether you are an Uber driver, see, I'm going to wrap this all back around.
Okay, let's do it.
An Uber driver, a consultant, an AI writer, critic, whatever that thing was, whatever I read off earlier. All of this pertains to you. And you can apply this, even if somebody's coming into your Uber ride, you can be nice. You can give a compliment. Those words matter. And he coaches you in this book a little bit on giving you some clues on how to do that. So I've rattled on. What are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, I always say thank you to my Uber driver. Does everybody do that?
I do.
Okay, good.
I even tip them cash, even though I'm not supposed to.
Okay. Yeah. So, the Uber driver puts up with a whole bunch of different types of people. So
Absolutely.
I'm always asking them, how's their day going? Trying to take the temperature of the Uber driver because they're having everybody. And you learn great stuff about Uber and also about who they take around town. So first of all, make sure you say thank you to your Uber driver no matter what. But hopefully everybody does that. My second thought was on Talent Plus, and I bring these things in because that's who taught me how to do this. But when you're giving praise, not everybody likes it the same way. So I ask everybody that works for us how they like to be recognized, which is what Talent Plus taught me, because not everybody wants to be recognized the same way. So some people want to be recognized with praise. Some people want money, believe it or not, but there's not that many, but there is a lot more to it. There's public recognition. There's private recognition, right? There's gifts. There's all kinds of stuff that comes in. So while you're thinking about giving praise to someone, also ask them, how do they like to be recognized for doing a good job? Because you'd be surprised what you hear, but more importantly, it's the connection, the Osborne connection that you get with someone. They're going to reveal something about them. And then you can ask questions of, okay, well, why is that, right? What is it about that way of being recognized that's important to you, right? And you get another piece of the connection. So that's my build onto what I think is a great thing. And it's not just because this is Christmas. And by the way, Christmas is a very Christian thing. So if you're not Christian, this is a holiday period.
It is a holiday period.
A number of different faiths and beliefs. But all the time, my husband, if he was sitting here, would say we should always be nice.
We should.
And we should be loving on each other.
We should. I heard John Maxwell one time say that his people asked him to do a book on business ethics, and he said, I won't write a book about business ethics because there's just ethics.
Okay.
We're gonna go on break. I hope that segment inspired you all to say something nice and give a compliment to the people around you, and every once in a while just say I appreciate what you're doing for me. So we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Scott Miller, Business Development Officer at Midwest Bank's Lincoln branches. As a lifelong Lincolnite with over 30 years of experience in financial management, I'm here to help your business grow and succeed. My focus is building strong relationships with businesses and clients across Lincoln. Because at Midwest Bank, we believe banking is about people, not just numbers. Visit us at midwest.bank or stop by one of our Lincoln locations. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals, no more hunting down parts, no more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving, not your paperwork. Join over 11,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain and the letter x.com/AI.
This holiday season, give the gift of good taste with a gift card from Valentino's. During double discount days, double your discount from $5 to $10 free with a $50 gift card purchase. Valentino's handcrafted pizza has been a family favorite for generations, and our gift cards make the perfect holiday gift. And right now, during gift card double discount days, when you buy $50 in gift cards, get a $10 gift card free. Happy holidays from Valentino's.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in December. Try one of their delicious breakfast sandwiches or grilled breakfast burritos. Don't forget to snag a gift card for stocking stuffers and bring your family in from out of town. With 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward, Bagels and Joe.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Your Christmas list changes a lot as you get older. Dreams of video games, remote control cars, and baseball gloves turn into dreams of shoes. You know, practical things. Brown's Shoe Fit is the king of shoes in Lincoln, with brands like Sorel, UGG, Brooks, Hoka, and more to make you fashionable and comfortable. Grab a new Ridge wallet or buy 3 get 1 free on smart wool socks for the ultimate stocking stuffer. And don't forget a reliable gift card for that hard-to-buy-for person in your life. Brown's Shoe Fit at 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Happy holidays, Nebraska! The Christmas event of the year is coming to the Lead Center. A Christmas Story, the musical, with all your favorite funny gags. The Fragile leg lamp, the Red Ryder BB gun, the ridiculous pink bunny suit, and more. All the fun of the movie, now with singing and dancing as seen on Broadway, with music by Pasek and Paul, the writers of The Greatest Showman. We triple dog dare you to get your tickets today. Leadcenter.org.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
You're listening to Business Builders on 93.7 The Ticket. Here are your hosts, Matt Warner and Rebecca Pearson.
Welcome back to Business Builders. This is Matt and Rebecca, 93.7 The Ticket. It's Saturday morning. It's still snowing. It's 9:50, and we hope you've been listening to us for the last 45 minutes or so. But if not, you hopefully will have a friend that will send you a link to this, because we're on all the social media channels. You can watch us on YouTube, which is always important because we're making hand gestures, we're laughing. We have a picture of the book today that Ned Pauley wrote, our local guy from Lincoln. Shout out to Ned. We're going to tell you how to get the book here in a second. And then, of course, you can watch us on channel 961, which is what we do in our household. The TVs are always on with 93.7 The Ticket. And you can call or chat at 402-464-5685, the Honda Lincoln hotline, the Sartor Heyman text line, the Sartor Heyman video. Okay, did I get it all in?
You
okay,
got
one
it
more
all
thing.
in. All right,
if you
Tristan,
want it, here it is. Come and get it.
it.
That's the Paul McCartney song performed by Badfinger in 1969. That's the theme song for today.
I
Okay,
love
what
it.
you got?
All right, Tristan, I think Luke sent in a text message.
Yes, from Luke. Luke said, Matt, can you speak briefly about quarterly conversations a leader should have with their teammates in order to recognize their effort and make a stronger connection with them?
Great comment, Luke. By the way, Luke is our Vice President of Culture and Brand Awareness at Empire, and this is something that he has been doing now for the last month, and he has been having great success. It's very important that these meetings happen quarterly. They happen off campus, so go to somewhere to eat, or so it's not so much work related, and we're more diving into how you doing, what's going on in your world, what can we do to better take care of you, and he did them this week. Apparently he had a great time. He said they were very enlightening, and he found out some things that he didn't know, and which is what we want to do as entrepreneurs. You need to understand your people. This thing is all about the people.
I used to buy lunch and have a lunch period with all of my direct reports.
Okay.
So that I was sure I would get 1 hour of dedicated time and that we would all eat. Because sometimes in the corporate world, we were terrible at this, especially my division. We would book meetings through lunch. Now we generally bring in lunch or something, but still we were working through lunch. So I would schedule meetings. So we would actually go out somewhere, and we had beautiful stuff on campus, but we'd go off campus, whatever, wherever they wanted to go. I would go and we'd spend an hour talking either about them, not always, definitely not about work.
Right. And well, this is what Luke does. Okay. It's 555 And he says we spend 5 minutes talking about our core values,
Mm-hmm.
and we spend 5 minutes talking about your role in the company and what you're doing and how you're doing with it, and what your expectations are, and then 5 minutes on just your expectations of what's coming up for the next quarter. He said he goes, let's see, we also spend about 5 minutes with feedback from their managers and 5 minutes of collaborating. So Luke is the champion of this, and this is something we have to do a better job of. I don't think we do a very good job of it right now, but we are I would like to think, Rebecca, that I'm a culture nerd. Like, it's my jam. And if you come out and you see us, you're going to say, wow, you have really good culture. Well, it's not good enough. And I want to set that standard that even when we think we're really good, that the expectation has to be higher, and we have to keep moving our mark. I really want us to be the best. I'm super competitive. I love to win. That's why the sports makes sense to me. I just don't jam on the names of people. I just think that they do a great job. I love their athleticism. I love the fire. I love it when the Husker girls are pissed off and you can see that fire in their eyes. Yes. You're like, oh man, I don't want to be on the other side of that spike coming. But with that being said, I want that kind of fire in the bellies of our people within all 7, or well, actually Sarah will tell you it's 12. But all of our businesses across.
You know what I love? The girls did it last night too, and I love it. They do the chest bump, which is to me such a
it's very aggressive. Holy cow!
I know, and I love it. I'm like, yeah, you kick some butt. Like, I'm jumping up. I'm like, you go, girls! Like, I totally love it. That's just, they're rock solid.
I do too. As a girl dad, my girls were fierce competitors, and I love that. I love the fire in them. I also love to just see people win and have success in life, right? So whether it's on a court or in behind your computer screen or building a fence,
and to know when they did something special, because again, back to recognition and praise. I love it when they know they did something special. They're patting themselves on the back.
They do. You know what that reminds me, and Jamie would know this week. We've got a 3-minute video from 2,000 feet of fence we put up in Kansas City in horrible conditions. And the young man sent it to Jamie and I, and he said, check this out. And I normally scroll through this faster, but this one, I actually watched the whole entire thing. So I'm like, to hear him talk about how fast they tied it and what they did and everything else. Awesome, the show's already over, Rebecca.
Okay, I got one last shout out because it's for our man Tristan.
Yes.
So we did not know this, but a couple of weeks ago when there was snow, do you remember this?
Yes.
And he came in at the 11th hour. He had to trek in from Omaha, but more importantly, we learned later in the day he was not feeling well that day. So shout out to Tristan for
I appreciate it.
hauling his butt in, down 80, up 80, down 80, I guess.
I love it.
South, to get in here and cover us that morning. So thank you for
I
doing
appreciate it. We're here today feeling a lot better.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you so much.
Shout out to Tristan.
And I appreciate this radio station and giving me the opportunity to come on, talk about something that I love to do.
Nice. Okay, we will see you next week. This is Matt and Rebecca out.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to